guys, this is your reading for Wednesday the 13th of December. Let's have a look at what's coming up for you today. This is the Cosmic Tarot, by the way. So let's have a look. Oh, the Prince of Cups, that's good. Ace of Pentacles. And the Two of Cups in reverse. Wow, okay. So the Prince of Cups is like the Knight of Cups. He's not quite the king yet. He's next in line. So the Prince of Cups is romantic. He is very, very emotional. We've got the Scorpio here, but he's not particularly predictable in his affections or his loves, because with the Scorpio here, if he expresses affection towards someone and he's rejected or rebuffed, then that stinger comes out and he goes into attack mode and he retaliates. So it's kind of Romeo from Romeo and Juliet. It's love in an excessive way. It's uncontrollable feelings. It's really almost obsessive love, infatuation, limerence, you know, the kind of love and affection and emotional connection that can veer off into obsession, and that's not reliable and that's temporary. He's also very well dressed, so the real love that he's got isn't for anybody else, really. The real love that this prince has is for himself. So it's interesting here that we've got this today, because there's going to be a sense of you kind of looking after your own needs and really being into what it is you're doing. We've got this snake of wisdom around this rod. And the one good thing about this is that the emotional strength that you've got, you can use that to get more clarity when it comes to your life purpose and wisdom. Rather than focusing it on other people and how they've wronged you and who you resent and who you're going to get back and who you've got a score to settle with, focus the emotional intensity. Scorpio is always emotionally intense, and the Prince of Cups is water, the element of intuition and love and kindness and feeling. Apply that to, what is it that I want to do with my life? What's really going to make me happy in terms of work, in terms of physical activity? The next card is the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles this way around is a blessing from the universe that presents you with something, either a doorway to walk through, a promotion, more money, the understanding that, oh my God, this is the job that I'm meant to do, and I'm going to walk through this portal and I'm going to become this person and I'm going to do this job. It's in reverse, so that isn't presented to you as such. And instead, we've got this pentagram with 2 points up. So something in your life is going to block the way forward via your circumstances, possibly via other people. So other people could say, hang on a minute, I am not particularly happy with you at the moment because you did A, B, and C. And that could prevent you from moving forward. And again, rather than go into the Prince of Cups mode, which would be like, how dare you speak to me like that? I'm going to get my stinger out and sting you out of the way until that doorway opens and I can move on with my life. It's not about fighting and getting into things with people today. It's about really doing the inner work and focusing on your inner light. Because we've got enough external issues going on here. We've got the real world presenting you with some sort of challenge. The pentagram is interesting. I love this because when the pentagram is this way around, it's seen to be the correct way around, because spirit is first, then it's earth, air, water, fire. And it means that you remember that you're a spiritual being having a human experience, and that's why you can overcome anything. Because as long as you rely on your spirituality, the world is an illusion. It really falls into place. And also it looks kind of like a person, doesn't it? Head, arms, legs. When it's this way around, the world comes first, and you remember your own, you forget to remember your own divinity. So the world's problems seem much more significant and realistic, and you forget that you really have dominion over this planet, and that the problems of the world are temporary, And that when you get your spiritual connection right, then your life tends to work in response to that. So some sort of issue via the real world, either other people or circumstances presenting you with problems. So maybe someone yelling at you, or maybe a bill coming through the door that you weren't expecting, or maybe someone throws you a curveball at work, which you have to deal with. And again, like I said, the prince is going to say, I am not tolerating this because look how wonderful I am. I wear beautiful clothing. And if you even dare to challenge me, I'm going to take you down. So there's the real potential to get into a fight here with things that don't suit you. So don't throw a temper tantrum. Use that energy to look at what you can do to improve and how you can gain wisdom. And the Two of Cups in reverse, beautifully animated. Isn't that gorgeous? It looks like Casablanca, this. So gorgeous. The Two of Cups is temporary love. It's infatuation and passion. The prince is now found his princess and he is making out with her and it's all good. But this is in reverse. So there isn't even the notion of temporary affection. It's kind of like, I really don't like what you're giving me today. I really don't like what you're presenting me with, what I'm being presented with on this day. So look at those eyes. Those are not happy eyes. It's almost like I've got a reason to really go after things and to really just blast things out of the way that I don't like. But the cards are saying you're going to do much better focusing on your own growth rather than trying to blow up other things in life that bother you. So, for instance, an employee or a colleague could dump a bunch of files on your desk, and you could blow up and you could say, how dare you throw these files on my desk? They're your responsibility. And in a rage, you can throw them off the table and say, you picked them up, I'm not dealing with this. That would cause huge problems at work. Your reputation would suffer because you'd be known as someone who just flies off the handle. And an ex could show up. Remember, we've also got a Mercury retrograde going on at the moment. I made a video on that, so have a look at that if you're interested. It impacts communication. It makes communication more difficult sometimes. So an ex could show up and say, I actually want something back. You've still got one of my books or one of my pieces of furniture. I'd like that back. And your instant reaction could be, well, you left me. I'm going to make you scramble for that piece of furniture. I'm going to make it as difficult as I can for you. And again, that's not very nice. And it doesn't serve you. It just makes you more bitter and more resentful. Use the opportunity for growth and say, do you know what? The right thing to do here is, even though I feel wronged in the way this relationship ended, I'm going to be the bigger person here. I'm going to do what's right. It is his piece of furniture or her piece of furniture. And regardless of how I feel, I'm going to give that piece of furniture back. And that's the end of it. So take the high road today, basically. Be the bigger person. Don't be this arrogant, entitled little prince who thinks everything has to go his way. I've met so many of these guys. I mean, I could tell you stories. They are everywhere. God must love these men because they are everywhere in the world. All right, number-wise, we've got 1 because it's a court card. Then the ace is also a 1. So 1 and 1 is 2. And another 2 is 4. And 4 is about structure and security and stability. So you can learn how to take the high road today. And by taking the high road today, the next time a problem appears, the next time something doesn't go your way, instead of throwing another temper tantrum, you'll be able to deal with it. And it's not going to feel as uncomfortable because you've dealt with it all before, you know how to manage it, and you can get through it, and you can be the bigger person. And you know what? Also, the other thing is, you know, taking the high road isn't just an option in life. If you constantly take the low road and you're flying off the handle and you're arguing and yelling at people and being vindictive and mean, then you create more of that and you attract more people into your life who give you the opportunity to be vindictive and mean. So at some point, you have to look at yourself and change that pattern. and say, I am, you know, regardless of what other people do to me, I have a choice of how I behave. I have a choice of who I want to be, and I'm going to decide that for myself. And that's what this is all about. That tiny little light bulb here, which that snake is kind of reaching up towards. The snake being a symbol of wisdom. So be wise and learn and progress in terms of your personality. We all, you know, we all have something that we can improve about the way we react to difficult situations. So today's a good day to practice that. And because it's a 4, it will serve you long-term permanently, and it will be something that you learn for life. So use this to benefit yourself. And the best way to kind of, you know, get revenge, so to speak, or, you know, to make yourself feel like, okay, I'm the winner here, is to live a good life and to be successful and to be happy. And you can't do that if you're constantly mudslinging. So don't sling mud. Just, you know, stay out of all of that. Have a wonderful day. If you would like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology in my readings. And the astrology gives me a blueprint of your soul. You do have free will. Certain things you have a choice over. So, you know, what you do for work and where you live. And we can look at where the best places are and what the best kind of careers are. But some things are destined, you know. So whether you're going to find that soulmate, whether you're going to have children, there are certain things which are just kind of written on your forehead, and it's destined, and there's not much you can do about it. So we can look at all of those things in a personal reading. If you're interested, visit gregoryscott.com and click on book your reading to order that. Please remember to subscribe, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.